Hey, what's up everybody? So I got a Furrion 50 amp shore power inlet here. It's just one of those twist lock ones like you typically see on an RV. I put it in that Skoolie that I went to New York and did. So you can see I made a little hole through the foam for a test pilot hole because I needed to hit in between those boards down there. But on the outside I needed to make sure I was just above this trim piece because I didn't want the inlet sitting on that out there. So always measure a bunch of times before you start making a hole that's going to be hard to fix. So I just got a 2 3/4 inch hole saw here. This is just a Milwaukee hole dozer that I used to drill through all kinds of stuff, but I'm not going to lie, this was a lot. These school bus walls were a lot thicker than I expected them to be, but obviously I got it through there. So it's a nice hole. It looks nice through there, don't it? I'll take you and show you the inside. Looks just about as nice in there too. So I end up using some 6/4 SOOW wire. It's nice flexible wire here. So this inlet comes with a bunch of pieces to make it waterproof, so you got to make sure you get them on the wire properly as shown there. Then there's 2 sets of jaws. I end up using the bigger jaws. That one that I didn't use that's sitting there on the wood, that would be for Romex. So when I strip the wire here, I stripped about an inch off because you want to make sure that you're not clamping down on the casing of the wire, but then you don't want a bunch of copper threads exposed either. So when you slide everything together here, there's some notches you need to line up, so make sure you get them lined up. Then make sure you tighten up the screws on the inside. I'd recommend using a screwdriver here or being very gentle with a drill so you don't strip them out. So you go, you can see it's all waterproofed there when you get everything tightened down. And then it also comes with a foam pad, so when you screw it to the wall, that will also waterproof it. So I end up using some self-tapping stainless steel screws to screw this to the wall here. You want to make sure you use something that's not going to just rust right away. I tried to just use a normal stainless steel screw and pre-drill them, but it wasn't having it with this thick as these bus walls were. So there you go, guys. Might not hurt to go around it with some sealant and cover the screws with some sealant if you want. So here in December, guys, it'll actually be 3 years that we've been full-time traveling this country doing solar installs all over the place. And then here in just a couple weeks, it's going to be a year date that we've been in our 2023 Heartland Cyclone, which is the longest we've stayed in any RV that we've had, and we've had 5 of them, guys. So this is just some of the pictures of some of the upgrades we made over the course of that year, and then some of the repairs that we made. Some of those were pretty major, like the repair that we had to make to this slide right here. But ultimately, you know, it is what it is. If you're going to be full-time and travel this country, you better expect to have breakdowns, because you just ask a lot of an RV. They don't really build any of these things to be drug around the whole country, but ultimately we love our life and we wouldn't change anything. Well, maybe this getting stuck right here, that wasn't a whole lot of fun. It came with a pretty hefty towing bill, and it might have had a little bit of effect on the transmission going out at 46,000 miles not too long after this. But again, we just fix things and move on. We're super excited to be traveling the country with our kids that are now getting to a point where they're really starting to enjoy the places we go. So that's going to be super exciting. And Olive always loves to dig a new hole in new locations. Then I just want to give a quick shout out to my wife, Lacey, because without her, none of this would be possible. She deals with taking care of these 2 crazy kids every single day, and 2 is way harder than 1, especially living in an RV and moving all the time. So I'm super grateful for her. She's smoking hot, and I couldn't imagine life without her, so I appreciate her sharing this life with me. Thanks, everybody. We'll catch you on the next one.